We've got Leslie Hoban Blake on the good old-fashioned telephone.
I was ready, David. I was ready for my close-up. I was primed, and I felt like an idiot. I couldn't get sound. I don't know what happened.
You know, click one wrong button. Anything.
No, I kept pushing. It said, you know, anyway. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Leslie Hoban Blake. How are you?
Well, I'm embarrassed, but I'm here.
Well, that's my life, essentially. My entire life is embarrassment, but still being here. So I'm still here. I'm still here. So have you been coping? I know it's been rather difficult for you over the past few weeks. Are you okay?
God's honest truth.
Yeah.
Because of the kind of life that I was leading, I was home most days anyway, and I would get ready and go out at night. I would go out to dinner, and I would go to the theater. So I had a very lovely life. The fact that I don't get to go out as much, it disturbs me. I'm healthy, thank God.
Thank God.
I live on the river. I can walk up and down the river. I can go out that way. I don't have to run into a lot of people. I wish I could get to the protests, which I can't do, unfortunately. But other than that, I'm probably having it easier than a lot of other people, so I'm not the one to ask.
Oh, well, I'm just thrilled that your life hasn't, been that, I mean, everybody's life has been affected, but that you're...
Well, no, I mean, it's, I'm living like a sloth, and I actually baked bread. I kept threatening to do it, and then I actually did it.
How did it come out? You baked bread.
It's wonderful. I just finished the first loaf, and I'm about to bake a second loaf. It's marvelous.
Oh, wonderful.
I didn't do that. I never did that. I didn't have a stove for 35 years, so, that's fun. I had a desk. I didn't have a stove. I was a writer, not a cook. That's the way I looked at it. Well, but I know you want to talk about the theater, which is what I'm really missing. I mean, look, there's so many bigger things that are going on right now. This is completely a distraction, but given it's a distraction that is our life, I feel compelled to talk about it.
Go for it. Well, we want to talk certainly about the shows that did open so far for the 2019-2020 season. You saw a bunch of them. What were one or two of your absolute favorites of the season, Broadway or off-Broadway, of the season so far?
Combination of I'm the historian of the drama desk, and Jose Solis, another board member, and I were going to be doing roughly about now in this month, I think, a panel on up-and-coming new wave of writers, especially Black writers in the theater. And so we had singled out, as everybody else in the world had, Jeremy O. Harris, the writer of Slave Play. I'm sorry, now I have to look at notes because I had this all set up differently. And of course, Michael R. Jackson of Strange Loop, who I think is going to win everything, would have won. We don't know.
Well, it was off Broadway. It couldn't win. It won't win a Tony because that was an off Broadway show.
No, but it won the Pulitzer and it won a bunch of other things. So I mean, it was certainly up, and it was going to move to Broadway. So who the hell knows what's going to happen with that? A smaller play, a two-character play called One Out of Two, by a young guy by the name of Nanya Love, which was done at Playwrights Horizons. And if you put those three playwrights and plays together, I think you have the future of a different kind of theater than we've seen up to now. And we haven't seen musicals, which is what Strange Loop is, and we have certainly seen dramas that border on strange, and seen very heartfelt plays. But you put that all together, and you have a very straight Slave Play, of course, was very controversial. I loved it. I loved it downtown. I thought it played even stronger uptown. I don't know if because it had gotten a chance to jail, or because they tightened it. I'm not quite sure why.
It was still 2.5 hours long with no intermission. They tightened it. My God.
It flew by. For me, it flew by. The second act may have dragged a little in a different way, but that first act, for anybody who doesn't know what Slave Play was, very briefly, it's an interracial reenactment of slave plantation life for couples in interracial relationships who were having difficulty that may or may not have had a racial basis. Is that a pretty good summation?
That's a very good summation, yeah.
So walking in the first time downtown, I knew none of that, and I was blown away because it opens in what you think is a plantation, but then Rihanna's singing, and the second act is a little more complicated, convoluted, perhaps is the right word, because that takes you into the actual psychological retreat that these people are on, and then it gets a little talky. But I was just blown away by just the audacity of the play. There was another play downtown called Ain't No Mo with the public, which I think was also in the same season, which was just remarkable. And I cannot come up with that playwright's name, but that's another playwright. Handled similar situations. It was a little bit like Day of Absence from the Negro Ensemble Theater in the 60s and 70s, which was about leaving America, period. That's it, enough. And they're getting African American Airlines, and they're going. I just thought that was brilliant. And then 1 out of 2 is about the fact that there was a point in time when 1 out of 2 men would be HIV positive. There are 2 men waiting in a waiting room, and they are waiting to see which one out of the 2 each of them is.
Couldn't be more timely during the COVID era than a show where the person next to you. Yeah.
Just prior to it, it was the same kind of thing. I mean, exactly. It's chilling to think back to how apt it was for that. And then there was Strange Loop, which was strange. Did you get to see it?
I did not, but everybody's saying it was amazing.
Well, it was amazing because it's the inside the head of an usher, whose name happens to be Usher, and it's the 7 different. I may be wrong about the number, but it's the 7 different parts of his brain that talk to him, and all he wants to do is sing and dance in a pretty dress. So
okay.
Different parts come out and talk, and it's the history of theater as seen through the eyes of someone who never thinks he's going to be good enough or right enough to be in it in the first place.
Wow.
And that may not be a good summation, but that's how it hit me, and I think it hit many people in many different ways.
Well, it won the Pulitzer. It hit a lot of people. Yeah.
That's brilliant, just brilliant. And so, but I'm putting them all together, and it may not be fair to any one of them, and yet they all came in the same season.
Well, let me ask you also, Leslie, because we've been going through on the show our Broadway timeline of all the shows that did get to open this season. But I wanted to ask you about shows that were about to open and may still open in January or February. What are you hoping for most, or what do you miss most that maybe got killed because of the pandemic?
There are several things that were going to happen, and I'm not going to as a result, or may not. But Zach's was going to have 2 shows running on Broadway, Mrs. Doubtfire and The Music Man. And we didn't get to see Sutton Foster opposite Hugh Jackman in The Music Man. I mean, I really didn't particularly want to see The Music Man, but I would go to see them.
Right.
I would see them read a phone book together, so I was very excited about seeing that. Mrs. Doubtfire, I thought was going to be fun. West Side Story by a day.
Oh my God, really? Yeah. I missed, well, we all missed 6 by, there was a musical that was supposed to open.
I missed 6 by 2 days. Charlie and I were going to go see my co-host on our show. Yeah. We're going to go see 6 in 2 nights before this all happened. And I missed the return of Dan Stevens to Broadway and Hangman, which I didn't care for that much down at IRT, but was interested in seeing if the cast change might make a difference. Although that particular role is the one I like the best. He's the ne'er-do-well guy who comes in and makes everything happen. And I just happen to like Dan Stevens. The Diana play was going to come in, and I was curious to see what was going to happen with that. I mean, I wasn't sure, but it's Joe DiPietro, and he's done some really great stuff. And then the Lehman trilogy, which I never got to see at the Armory. Yeah. And I'm so excited because it's A, it's Sam Mendes, and B, it's Simon Russell Beale and Adam Godfrey, both of them are our favorite actors of mine. By the way, I didn't mention Inheritance, a big multi-hour 2-part play that I enjoyed. But I went back, I was doing some research on something else, and I came across Love, Valor, Compassion. And I realized that Love, Valor, Compassion was a much tidier version
of The Inheritance in a way, yeah.
And I suddenly went, oh, well, then it wasn't all that, straight, brilliant, wonderful. So it was really funny to go back and find that. I was watching something about our dear departed Terrence McNally. Right. And so that came up, and then I went back and watched scenes. And the way we go down the rabbit hole sometimes on this stuff. Oh, absolutely. I'm very sorry not to have seen Intimate Apparel, the other Bartlett Sher play. He had To Kill a Mockingbird. He would have had 2 on 1. It would have been off Broadway, it would have been Lincoln Center. But but it was an opera. And I remember seeing Viola Davis in the original Intimate Apparel, and I remember going and walking out and having to wring my heart out like a sponge.
Hmm.
It was so moving. So I was really looking forward to that. And Assassins, I wanted to see Assassins. And I wanted to see this wonderful actress that I saw in London. Her name is Sharon D. Clark, and she was going to be doing Carolyn or Change.
Right. Well, they're still keeping, you know, you might still get to see that. I mean, we were talking a week or 2 or 3 ago to Stuart Zagnett, who's in that production. And he said they're holding it together. I mean, we might see Caroline or Change revived in Jan-Feb or early spring of 2021. The producers are trying to hold it together. So,
I
not
hope
good.
so, because I saw Sharon D. Clark, I don't know, 25, 30 years ago in London in We Are the Champions. And he was just this force of nature, this large, powerful woman doing not just 11th hour numbers, but 10th hour numbers and 9th hour numbers, and just blowing us off stage with just the music of Queen, you know.
Right.
And just an amazing, it's a stupid show, but an amazing performance. And Caroline or Change is a brilliant show. I know it wasn't everybody's cup of tea, but I found it to be, again, you know, it's about race in America. 90% of everything I like is about race in America. And I look out my window and it's about race in America right now. So, boy, that's tiny, isn't it? You know?
It just puts a whole button on the thing right here. Well, we've got a...
No, I just have one more.
Well, real quick, yeah.
The one more really quickly is Take Me Out. And I just want to see all those naked men. Of course I want to see all those naked men, but I love that play.
It's a lovely play. I remember the original on Broadway, Dennis O'Hare.
I thought Richard Greenberg, this is Pièce de Résistance. The play he did this year was not so, you know, but Take Me Out, if he's remembered for nothing else, this is the play to put a capper on that. Not about race relations as much as about the sexual revolution. So anyway, I hope I haven't talked too fast or too much.
No, it's as always, it's perfect talking with Leslie Hoban Blake. I want to remind, yeah, what?
I'm sorry you didn't get to see me because the floor just I gussied up and you didn't get to see me. So,
Well, next year when we talk about the shows that do wind up opening on and off Broadway.
Lullaby, David, from your mouth to God's ears.
Lullaby, that's the word. Rabbi Sal uses it, I use it, lullaby. And Leslie Hoban Blake, stay well. And, you know, we will continue to see you on the aisle and talking with Charlie. Charlie Gross will be on the show in a few minutes. To On the Aisle, which you can watch on YouTube and Manhattan Neighborhood Network. Les, I'm going to have to let you go, but thanks so much for calling in.
Thanks so much, John. Thanks so much, David, for having me.
You bet. Bye-bye now.